Alrighty, I'm back. I got out there and my landlord was getting in her car, and she was like starting to talk to me, and I was like, "Oh, it's nice." Just trying not to make it a thing. What are you doing, Bert? Lay down. So I got my dental hygienist recommended trying this stuff called bone broth. So I have a big bottle, not sponsored, of Zoop bone broth. 15 calories a cup. We'll see if it's any good or not. Best by 2027. All right. I don't even know where to put it. Like, are you joking, House, or have you actually tried it? Let's do that. You're joking, okay. Map screen, you could view areas you've discovered while vending machine. Tiny metal death pallets. All right, let's go check out Niles' buddy, I guess. That would be a psychotic thing to say. I mean, what do I know? They recommended it, and I was like, all right, whatever, I'll try it for what we were talking about. So maybe you do enjoy bone broth, you know.
I must say, I have many reservations about this. The Protectorate has always provided for us. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, friend, with the Protectorate, you're only surviving. With Antes, you'll be thriving.
So your superiors order you to thrive?
No. It's just something you can do on your own. You'll have bosses and employers, but it's up to you to get yourself to the top and make yourself the employer.
I see. And why would I want to do such a thing? Surely my assigned place would provide me with all the necessities of life?
Yes. But you could have more necessities, and even some unnecessaries.
For what reason would I desire material possessions which are, by definition, unnecessary? And while we're on the topic, what are you potentially gaining from recruiting?
Ah, that's one of the best parts, chum. When you sign someone else up, you get a bits bonus.
I see. This free market idea, seemingly not without merit. I'll require some time to ponder this.
Of course, friend.
And I think this was the last one for the day.
It's not a
Time for a nap.
idea. That should totally be annihilated, just like all capitalist propaganda. Praise the matriarch.
Oh, somebody took a shit in here and missed badly. Holy cow. It doesn't say steal, it says take. It's free real estate. So a pyramid scheme?
You failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
You want your vitamin suppositories delivered today? I like how on the mini-map you can see.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Raptidon Venom Sack. Venom Snack, yes. Is it an outhouse? Let me in. I think that's a distraction device. I don't even know. Dung, candid skullfin, crabble meat, crude biomass, sprat hide, moderation mini rolls, shells, bit cartridge. That guy's head got eaten. Okay, cool. Bit cartridge, explosive grenade, security nitrogen flushed meal pack. I need 2 lockpicks and 1 mag pick. I still haven't figured out how to do lockpicking in this game. Oh, is that all explosives in there? You need explosives to disarm that. Cool. Is that the entrance to the Vox area? Kinda, yeah. Are you saying yes about the vitamin suppositories or something else? Fuck, is this not a torture device? Holy shit.
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
Decomposition rate 12 to 17%.
Didn't really need to know that. Let's just respect the dead or very slowly dying, shall we?
You there. Keep your hands where I can see them. Stranger, consider yourself lucky that I've been ordered to not open fire unless fired upon. I will not suffer an outsider to trespass and trample further through our lands. Turn back from this bridge now, lest my ever-depleting prudence be spent.
Did those hanging corpses also attempt to trespass and trample?
Yes. They are corporate degenerates who threatened our dominion and way of being. When we captured them, we hanged them as a warning. Now the capitalist scourge's advancement has ended. Their morale is shattered, and they do not dare encroach. I dare say this spectacle served its purpose well. If you are an enemy of the Protectorate, you will be judged. May we all take heed of such a warning.
Well, at the risk of disrupting our little armistice, I need to cross the bridge. Will you let me?
Out of the question. Must I repeat myself? If you are not a loyal Protectorate subject, you will not cross this bridge. Be grateful I do not judge with such haste as my superior to the north, Brigadier Hmantheawsome. He's been fervent of late, looking for any Protectorate subjects who have displayed disloyalty in his estimation.
And what does he do when he finds them?
Any associations with wrongdoers results in swift execution. That has, unfortunately, put many folk in his sights, myself included. And so we wait for the proverbial axe to fall.
I'm curious what counts as wrongdoing. Sound like a madman. Sounds like you ought to be set straight, and I just happen to be heading to the Vox.
You actually believe you can contend with him. You are mistaken. He'll cut you open gleefully, then issue you demerits for bleeding on the floor. And you also have no business at the relay, as far as I can surmise.
We can make a deal?
You dare to propose an arrangement? I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate. I know of 2 traitors who yet remain on this island. Bring them to me, and I'll dispose of them before the Brigadier questions my loyalty and deems me guilty by association. In return, I shall grant you clearance to cross the bridge. Fair exchange, wouldn't you say?
A lot more folks are gonna die if we don't catch up to DeVries. We have to consider our options, even the ugly ones. If these folks are deserving, maybe it's worth it.
Presume the execution of these traitors depends on the outcome of their trial.
Trial? And their crimes are as clear as the Sovereign's blue skies? We may not ascribe to your laws, but do not assume that I think lightly of taking a life. These traitors have committed grave offenses, ones that would be punished without question. It's not at all the same as the indiscretions the Brigadier damns his people for. There's a wide gulf between justice and madness, and many interpretations of the law land on the right side. You see the difference, do you not?
They both lead to dead folk in the end.
How very astute. To my point, our
I have
forces
no
on the
clue else.
island are dwindling rapidly. Not just from the fighting, but from treachery. Or from seeing treachery where there is none. I am seeking to preserve our forces by punishing the true wrongdoers. After all, it is rather impossible to uphold one's sovereign-given duties if one is deceased. Now, will you accept my offer, or will you finally get out of my sight?
Maybe. Who are the ones you're after?
I commend you for your eager interest. I think 2 traitors in particular. First is Ida Rutledge, a worker at Spire Grove. I once had utmost respect for her. We were, oh, damn it all, we were friends. When the Grove went silent during the invasion, I assumed she'd fought to the death as any subject would. But reportedly, she's not only failed to die, but is also teaching the enemy soldiers how to use the equipment. Conspiring against us. Such treachery is unconscionable.
Noted. Who's next?
The second traitor I seek is Charlton Weintraut of Westport. He is, unfortunately, my cousin, and most assuredly a disgrace to our line. He too failed to die defending his home during the invasion alongside the other residents of Westport. They'll be seen to in time. But Charlton, well, I must deal with him personally. Oh, how I anticipate wiping that smug expression off his face. Are these orders clear?
You want to kill your own cousin to be pull my leg? Shouldn't you be hang yourself? Letting Auntie's choice seize Fairfield?
An outrageous notion. Fairfield was never my jurisdiction, and its stewards died valiantly in its defense. They did not submit to the enemy. And look here, the bridge stands. I am through justifying myself. Bring me the traders we discussed if you wish to cross the bridge. But beware if you step out of line. Other subjects may not be so generous with their deal-making as I. Farewell.
I'm assuming it's between the Protectorate and Auntie's Choice is who the current things I can side with are right now. I don't know. I haven't really made much thought. Are those mines on top of these? No, it's just mines between them. It flung me into it. Why would you guys run through the fucking goo, you dumbasses? I don't know. I think the other mission I took was to be able to get inside the Vox Relay and not on the Protectorate side, so I don't know.
Engaging combat protocols.
Nobody around.
I mean, nobody around.
I'm the one you need to worry about. I'm at.
I tried to use his power up, and he was like, "Nobody's here." Oh, cool. There's just parts of people everywhere here. Purple berry liqueur. Magnet. Shiny servo. Lubricant. Ooh. Give me some of that lubricant. Cobb makes me look bad.
First promotion accelerating activities done, and we've already got dropouts. Doozy of a drop, too. Can't believe Ormsby pegs these people as executive material. Me, sure. Them? Huh.
We can hear you.
Hush, Cobb. Today's task was about upward mobility. 3 died hanging the ropes. Told them they were doing it wrong. Dead include Assistant Hagen and other slackwits.
Show some respect.
Oh, like you care. You didn't even participate.
I told you, I got a cute lumbago.
Time to break camp for the next
I got
skill-building
lumbago.
exercise, which I will surely dominate. This is Sanitation Specialist Cutshaw, soon to be VP of something big, signing off.
I like the assistant's assistant. Oh, we were right there by that mission point, but I'm trying to get over to here. Interesting, there's a road here. I guess we're kind of just going off on our own. Is this where the other guy is that she said, oh, he's going to kill you on sight?
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace. Stay in line, or I'll knock you to the bottom of the org chart.
Well, I'm guessing this is not the way I want to go. It's not even like... Okay, not stealing.
Take it up with the head office.
Pleasure not doing business with you.
You too. It didn't mark that as not stealing, as stealing. It was just like... What the fuck happened? Where'd you go? What? Why are they jumping over the edge? Alright, I guess we're going the other way then. Alright, add in 5. Ecologistic... Exogetista. I can't even read that word. What the fuck was that word?
We're closed.
Who said that? Oh, you.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
You're a friend of Augustine de Vries, aren't you?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
This is difficult for Niles. Let her explain what she's talking about.
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
What is that?
I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Victor's the guy you accused of conspiring with, right?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Did you ramble on about the Sentinel versus the Cult of Corporatism serial a lot?
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. It didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Again.
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now.
Oh,
She never slept.
agitated as a
Didn't talk
7-year-old.
to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
How did you two meet?
We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing.
What do you know about what she was doing at the Vox station?
We became friends when she... Well, she saved me.
What's going on, ZX?
I'd said something without thinking. Must have been
You
distracted.
said 7 or 8 years
We
ago,
all
but
know to
it was
watch
funny that
every
it sounded like
last
she was
word
7 or
we
8
say.
years old.
For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And
Same
she
voice line?
convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Seems like knowing her was unsettling for you.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
Did you ever see her again, Savannah?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let
What's going
anyone
on
in
with
there.
Zaki?
Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
Was she there? Did you talk to her?
No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
Is it true the Order somehow helped anti-invade, like the Protectorate are saying?
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
It's all very fascinating. We have to find her before she does something drastic. Goodbye.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
I'll see what she has to say for herself when I find her before deciding anything.
That's all I can ask.
Praising the architect and honoring the equation. I'm not going to read all that. That's all propaganda. Pocket watch. Pinnacle nutrient bar. Ring. cloth. Or she doesn't care if I take all these things. Mag pick.
Whoa, Val. Watch where you're pointing that shooter of yours. You can pitch it a little unevenly.
Since the fastball incident of '97, automechs are not permitted to participate in tossball games, leagues, or tournaments.
I mean, your aim's been off. Wouldn't want me or the good commander here catching any strays.
When attempting to capture a stray animal, approach slowly and quietly. If the animal senses danger, it may grow aggressive.
You know what? Forget I said anything. You're doing great.
Arbiter training facility.
Unauthorized entry into an arbiter training facility is likely to result in violent arbitration. Entering a hostile zone. Enemies detected. Please exercise caution.
Dangerous enemies. Enemies with skulls next to their health bar are dangerous. Signifying that you might be too underleveled to fight them. If you're having trouble overcoming them, try getting a few levels before coming back. Like leaders or bosses, the enemies are resistant to certain powerful effects. Must be dealt with to make them weak first. It's a turret. Okay. Well, come on out. You getting down or what? No, you're just gonna stretch. No, you're gonna lay on my arm. Perfect.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that moves full of holes. Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport. Wants it.
At the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must! My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you! I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the...
Once any change is reported. I hate that kind of work. It always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Milver Street is offering bits rewards for anything of import we can tell them. But I do love this. Come on, friend. Let's go set our lamps on something juicy for Milver Street.
Hello? Calling out to any...
Westport Observation Report. Andy's Choice Observation Report, Westport. Infrastructure state moderately low. Initial fighting caused substantial damage to Westport's infrastructure. They still have power, limited potable water, and passable fortifications. Worth noting that they're experiencing a severe shortage of automechanicals. Morale state, moderate. Morale is holding in Westport. Subjects still believe that the Sovereign will swoop in and save them. This resolve seems rather fragile, though. A couple more hardships could shatter that resolve. This standoff is working against us. Additional notes. Villagen Hogarth himself is preoccupied by some schism in local command. This type of internal conflict in the Protectorate chain of command should be exploited if at all possible.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Provels ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages.
Alright, getting paid to do nothing doesn't sound too bad to me.
Report. Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to a stop.
This is the part of the game where it's early. I don't like to pop into the grass, though. Holy shit. Alright, better. Where, like, not that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm still kind of feeling out the start of the game. And I'm just getting a million quests at once.
Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in nearby armed guards. A stealthy approach is suggested.
Acute cantankerousness. How do I know if they're against me or not? Stealth grass. Thick grass hides you from hostiles in the area, making them unable to see you from a distance. Use it to sneak safely or to get the drop on them. I'm guessing they're not going to be happy if the game provides me with stealth grass. Yeah, they're red on my map.
Took action on all my action items.
Homicidally irritable employee. Okay. Be nice for a way to sneak in. They all have the skulls, which means I probably don't want to fight them. I don't have any melee skills. It's not even like I can sneak up and stealth kill him. Leaders and bosses, particularly tough enemies, are noted via their health bars, signifying that they are especially challenging. These are reserved for leaders and strongest fighters of a group. These enemies are more resistant to certain powerful effects, requiring you to take damage first and make them weak.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards in this place?
You want high security? I'll give you high security! Preparing to fight. How those standards working for you now, huh?
Oh, absolutely! Break our backs getting this lab set up in record time. Meanwhile, half of us are still sleeping outdoors. I want a void damn mattress!
Suppose I have to check it out.
Somebody get that!
Engaging hostile life forms.
Oh, they see me. Okay, cool. Well, we're dead. Drug crash. Okay. Be cool not to have that during a cutscene, but sure. Or a fight.
Hunkering down!
Resuming hostilities.
Knew you had my back.
Yep. I'm just gonna load from where I was outside. I was in the stealth grass, but I guess the grenade from stealth doesn't work. We can come back. I uncovered the grenade in stealth grass. That must be it. Well, the more you know.
There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris?
I can't say I have. What are you looking for?
Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our automechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Anti's bombs sure take their toll, don't they?
What are you trying to convert your mechs to do?
Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us.
Such is the way of war.
True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand?
Where was this convoy of mechs headed?
Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Andes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence.
I'm a freelancer. Would it matter if I was?
Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge.
Were these all damaged in Andy's attack?
Yes and no. The bomb certainly took a fierce toll, but I suspect these were all in various states of disrepair even before Andy's offensive, which has made sorting out where to begin my efforts here rather difficult. There should be a manifest somewhere, but it's nowhere to be found. Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. Or their bodies.
They've been killed by wild creatures and dragged off?
The only species in these parts that would pose such a threat to an armed escort squad would be crabbles. But the guard at Westport has always made a point of culling them with automechs so they don't get out of hand.
It must have been some new horror deployed by Antes. You mean the same automechs you're trying to find parts for?
Well, yes, the one in the same... Ah, I see your point there. Not so easy to cull crabbles without operational automechs.
Been a pleasure. Goodbye.
Likewise. And please inform me if you happen upon any usable parts.
This guy's obsessed with the term usable parts.
Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
I'm getting poisoned by that. Defensive plates. These Zeranium tanks appear to be intact despite the damage they've suffered. There should be enough Zeranium inside to create several Zeranium grenades. You got any usable parts, bro?
There must be at least a few. There must be at least a few usable parts in here. It's warped. Just like everything else.
Hey, baby, you got any usable parts in there? Bert, you make my fucking legs fall. So you've been sitting in my lap for over 50 minutes. I don't think I have toes anymore. They all fell off due to lack of blood.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life outside our lab? No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Commencing termination.
They just stand there? Okay, cool. Yes, I'm going to the grass. Thank you, tutorial that I already saw and reloaded my save. What, I can't... Can I not take the items on him? That's lame. Let me steal his outfit and join the faction as a saboteur. Westport.
Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Mentally something. I don't know about refreshed.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and manipulative.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Confabulate. Talk to you
Word
later.
to the wise. Despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty.
Bert, he just fucking like, instead of laying across my lap horizontally, like was sitting vertically, and of course fell through my legs. And then it's like my fault that he moved and fell, right? Of course.
To rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
Glad the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after the ocean flooded my house.
Subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors, but I may just invite him over to make it easier.
Ah, yeah.
She recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
This house appears to have been damaged by the elements. Waterlogged Protectorate medicine. Oh, those are the crab things? Shit. I don't know what those are. Those like the crab eggs? What are you fucking shooting at? The thing's like way up in the... Like how they get buried through the road, apparently?
Just give the signal.
Sequencing attack strategies.
I think they're stiff because they're on a time schedule. You know what I mean? Like, you have to reload fast in order to be able to have the combat flow. And you can't be, like, in real life, there's a little bit of more of, like, a, you know, finagling to it, or I don't know. I don't know. Look at Red Dead's reloads when you're not in combat. You know what I mean? They're nice and slow and like normal. Plus 20% damage, armor rating plus 10 when all your equipped armor and weapons are the same brand. That's funny. Earth Directorate found a flaw in you, easily distracted. Your skills are erratic, to say the least, but a jack of all trades is oftentimes better than a master of one. You can raise more skills faster, though it'll be harder to ever maximize any particular one. Warning, once selected flaws cannot be removed. Effects. When leveling, you can only add skill points onto your lowest non-zero skill, or any skill you have no points on already. Plus 1 skill points gained per level. Oh, that's interesting. So I get an extra skill point, but it has to be my lowest non-zero skill. Wait. Or any skill points you have no points in already. Okay. Oh. I don't know. That's a tough choice. I would get, what, 3 skill points per level then? Fuck it, let's do it. Box yourselves into a corner. Earth Director found a flaw in you. Flawed. Life hasn't been easy for you, but you've learned to power through any of your disadvantages to come out better for it. Drastically changes the experience and is not recommended for your first playthrough. Flaws must be acceptable. You gain an extra perk point for every 5 levels. No. Leroy Jenkins. I should probably just use a melee weapon for this, but I have 300 rounds of ammo, so I'm not... I'm assuming these are all crab eggs, those things that were attacking me, so... What the fuck? Oh, I turned it off. That's fine. I'm aiming where I think it should be, but it's actually not where it is. But I turned off the reticle stuff like that. I don't know if those glands are worth anything, but I was gonna say, holy shit, this guy died inside, but he the side of his house is open.
Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runner like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
Wow, auto aim is really kicking in there. Is there a control for turning on the the flashlight? Do I have a flashlight? Toggle flashlight L? That's the farthest. L for light, okay. I can forgive that. Tribute unfiltered. I'm assuming there's going to be some reward for getting rid of the eggs. One of the guys at the location will be like, "Oh, you cleared the eggs. Here's 30 cents. Don't spend it all in one place, youngin." Oh god, I was at the fucking I've been trying a new pizza place, right? And the place has really good prices. Massive L. Very nice. Surprisingly good prices. I got a calzone and a bowl of minestrone. And the minestrone was what do you mean? What am I saying? Oh, you're talking about Wazaka? Yeah, no, don't even try. The minestrone was like $5, and the calzone was like $10. I expected them to be kind of small for that price, and the fucking biggest calzone I've ever seen they gave me. But anyway, while I was waiting for them to bring it out of the oven, this fucking old guy teeters over to me. Likely prompted by the news that was on that I wasn't really watching, and was telling me how he'd fix welfare, about like making people like hand in receipts for everything they buy and make. I was like, all right, dude, like whatever. I don't want to really talk to you. But anyway, giant calzone. Get home, it was like mediocre. I was so upset. I was like, oh man. It was a giant calzone. It was a cheap $10 with sauce, with meatball in it. And it was just, yeah, L for a lame ass calzone. Their pizza was okay. I'd go back for another slice of pizza, but it is kind of sad. You know, you get a calzone from the place that I like to get them from. They're like 15, 16 bucks. They do free sauce, though. This place was $1 for sauce. It was like $10 with $1 sauce or something. I was wrong when I said $10 with sauce. What calzone was it? It was a calzone with meatball in it. It had too much ricotta and not enough meatball was the issue. Daily Journal of Good Neighbor Emily Woodham, first entry of 2359. Yet another perfectly peaceful day. A perfectly perfect day. A duly kept daily journal for later reminiscence and routine sentinel review. First entry, 2359. 0700 hours. Woke up to a new and brilliant day of abundance with thanks to Vigilant Hogarth and our benevolent sovereign. You wake up at 7, lucky you. 0730 hours. Consume prestige regal tarts. Nourishingly delicious. Alright, I'm not gonna read the whole fucking day. Out of towners won't leave. Bunk beds? You know what? It has to have the right mix of ricotta and mozzarella. Another journal? Oh my god, is it the same journal? No. The ratio was off, unfortunately, so it just was not as good as I would like. I still don't understand. I need a lockpick and mag picks? Oh, I need lockpicking skill of 2 and mag picks. I need it 1. Alright, I got it. I understand now. You like cheese and not many options? Yeah. No, the ones by me is the place that's closer to me is definitely better. Science Adventures Quarterly, Volume 1 of 10. A fiction periodical chronicling the exploits of Earth Directorate agents Commander Zane and her sidekick Buddy. From the intro. A label inside the cover reads SAQ Volume 1 of 10 from the Library of Redactor Quincell, Ministry of Accuracy. Are the titles at the Ministry of Accuracy called redactors? That's a little fucked up. A Donner calzone. Interesting. I don't have that. Holy shit, there's so many items here. Toss ball card. This is all health, basically, that I can heal out of combat with. Do I have a limit to how much I can hold? I'm sure I probably do. Why is there soda in the toilet, and why am I going to take it? Do I get a debuff for the soda toilet soda? Permission required. Please input login credentials now. Enter password already left written. Go, go, go getter. Hidden ambitions. Were it but offered, I would revel in the life of a minor functionary within middle administration, but such is not my lot under the Protectorate. Once one is delegated to a post, they must remain. What is a person with ambition meant to do here, I ask, besides wallow in obscurity? I oftentimes wonder how I might fare when anti-choice freewheeling mediocratic society, within anti-choice freewheeling meritocratic society, though even to consider such a thought is to swift court rendition to a mental refreshment center. God, I butchered that sentence. As unheard of as it sounds, I have been reassigned by Vigilant Hogarth. He has tasked me to raise the spirits of my fellow subjects by reciting inspirational words from the Sovereign. A great honor, to be sure, but I worry. If my mind ever begins to wander, will I start singing the spirited product jingles of our commercialist rivals? Yet I must hold firm, as such doubts are contrary to the true go-getter I know myself to be. Meritocracy, thank you. I know that word, I just didn't put two and two together. Forbidden fruit taste. Admin Chatterjee indicated that my recent conduct was a profound disappointment to all Protectorate society, as the frequency of my washroom visits has increased by 5.6%, and my manner has become jittery and fretful. I dared not admit the reason. How I feel impelled to devour Auntie's Choice Purpleberry Crunch at every opportunity. Uh-oh. I nodded, accepting 6 demerits and an extra work hour to offset my loss of output. My thoughts already returning to my sweet, prohibited indulgence. Serial thriller. Despite how thrilling I find it, Red Cloak serial, it has left my days and nights full of worry and doubt. Like all who tune in, I cheer at the exploits of the lone righteous sentinel as she nabs hidden sympathizers intent on undermining our protectorate. But as the miscreants are shipped off for mental refreshment, I wonder, what would Red Cloak think of my Purpleberry Crunch consumption, or my enthrallment with its advertisements? I fear I know the answer. Alright, well, I've taken as many of the Purpleberry Crunch items as I can off your hands. The empty bottles you can keep. To save you from yourself, obviously. Boneless, skinless sprat. Is that not... It's not cooked, though. I can't eat it. High security lockbox. Oh, I can just take it with me. Okay. How are these inside? Are they inside the house? I was already in here. Well, I fear I can't kill them all if this one's stuck in the wall here. I can see it, like, making waves. I'm just worried about crashing again. Engineering. Riot control helmet. Probably check and see if that's better than what I'm wearing. Yeehaw! I don't know why the idle camera is so high up. Why are you copying other people's copy pastes, Wazaka? That's copyright theft. No, I'm joking. Well, this certainly is a good area to come loot.
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zed. You look... well.
What was that stanky leg he's doing? You gonna talk or what?
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Perambulate. You didn't tell me that Zebulon thought you were dead. That's awful.
I didn't know. Didn't realize you would...
What else was I to think?
Yeah, it's Robert Downing.
You disappeared. Sent no word. Death was the best I could have hoped for you, given the alternatives. Let's not mince words. You ran from the cause. I stayed and suffered for it. Now you turn up with this stranger. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off?
Would that, if I was, would that make you more or less willing to trust me?
Is that a jest?
Bring that boil down to a simmer, Zeb. This is my commander, one who was with me at Horizon Point.
So you're the one responsible for the severity of Niles' injuries. You ordered him to remain behind on a fruitless recovery effort.
With respect, you weren't there.
No. I only dealt with the bloody aftermath. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
Your cousin, yeah. You're mad because Niles is better, cooler friends now. We're working together to save Arcadia. A cause I'd assume you'd support.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
Let Niles respond.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting...
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
What was that about?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
What was the info they passed along?
It has to do with the location of a vault rumored to house the Protectorate's greatest technological advancements, including its skip drive designs. That's all I'll say.
Bad in 5, by the way. A minute of Niles is.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Hopefully this isn't a timed
but
mission.
The uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
I haven't found a way, so it might take me a while.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the console.
I have some questions before I go. I'll be quick.
What I can.
How did the Protectorate doctor end up turning a rebel fighter?
If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct, and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
About your stint at mental refreshment.
Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
No, tell me. What can you tell me about your neighbor?
The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here. And I feel kindly toward them.
By neighbors, I was referring to Westport.
Ah, of course.
I killed all the Crabbles, bro.
Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
Thanks, goodbye. Just walking on his bed with my muddy ass boots. Welcome, storekeep. Exit. Okay, well.
Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
Oh my god, I'm looking at your computer, bro. Leave it alone. I gotta check the Mets game score. No, I don't. I don't watch the Mets. I'm sure that this is gonna be.
How are you still upright over there?
Look, I left. What are you saying, Wazaga? Alright, so it seems like there's not a ton here to worry too much about. We'll head up the mountain. There's a bunch of sub quests we could do up there. I almost said sub stories. Too much Yakuza.
Can't believe some of those Protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of self-betterment.
Yeah, let them simmer in their cells first. Less able bodies muscling.
Why'd you jump over the fence, dude? You could literally go through the... whatever. I go with the ends. Oh, we dropped all our balls. Engineering 3. Engineer hat. No, I'm still wearing the... Oops, I hit the wrong button. That's not what I want. I'm still wearing the cowboy hat. Do I want the magazine size boost? Or extra health? I just put a 4th round in my 3-round shotgun. Thanks to the magazine bonus. No doubt. This is the lift the guy was saying last stream is out of order. I like how conveniently they make this. You think they'd have a ladder or a staircase or something as an emergency ascension? Why are they bringing these balls up here? Are they bringing them down? I don't know if I want to do that one. I do need to gain access, but...
No, Jackson, don't fret. With these boots, I can fly! Oh! Don't hit me, Jackson! You're too young to be a crater in the dirt!
It wasn't the fall that killed him, it was a sudden stop at the end.
Oh, law. I can't believe he jumped that way.
Sir, I know this isn't the time, but are they gonna put us to the gallows for this?
What? No. That ain't how we operate in Auntie's Choice, Liza. We might be looking at a pretty fierce demotion for losing half our workforce and getting stuck up here, though.
Demotion to fertilizer?
No. Now cease your jawing. This ain't the time. Hey, you! You down there! Would you mind checking on our fellow? Might he have survived the fall?
Pretty sure he's, yep, dead. No. Oh no, not my garden, not my weed. I'm just gonna move on to greener pastures. No. Yeah, I don't think so. Why would anyone attempt to jump like that in the first place?
He thought those boots would make him fly, but they really just allow the user to jump repeatedly. Unless their downward velocity is too great. If so, well, you see what happens.
Oh, can I take the boots? Gotta be a safer way to test them. Why jump from up there?
We've been stuck atop this machine since Ida, one of our new Protectorate acquisitions, had her gray matter scrambled by the height, jumped down, and landed right in its gears.
Do you mean Ida Rutledge?
That's right. She joined us shortly after Auntie liberated her with the freedom of meritocracy, and she seemed happy enough. I can't fathom no sensible motive why she'd jump.
Were you not listening? She said she'd always be a loyal subject. It was part of the endless inculcation we endured in the Protectorate. It can prove insurmountable for some.
The notion that she'd sacrifice herself, even after seeing the vast possibilities in staying alive and climbing the corporate ladder, it's just impossible to cognize.
I'd be much more concerned about how you're climbing down, buddy.
There ain't no way off this platform besides jumping, and you've seen how that ends. But you being down there makes you uniquely qualified to help us. The reason Jackson tried using those plasma thruster boots was to gather a piece of machinery we'd spotted on a little table halfway up the spire.
It's a drive overloader. If we install it, we can push the platform's arm hard enough to, well, to grind old Ida out of the gears.
Though the power of that overloader will deluge the system and, well, overload the drive and burn it out all permanent-like. But desperate times and all that.
So if you were to use them boots to bound up the spire and deliver the overloader to us, we'd avoid the tragic fate of our two former cohorts.
So take the boots, bounce up to the spire, grab the gadget, and bring it to you?
Exactly.
If it's on the spire, why did Jackson jump into midair on this side?
Because he had no idea how science works and thought the word thrusters meant he could fly. So when I told him to jump, he opted for open air instead of where I told him to go. They're experimental. We'd not laid eyes on them before, but the data we found with them says they were actually designed to let people hop their way up the spire. If you activate the plasma thrusters when you're already airbound, they could give you a fair bit of extra boost. It should let you turn a quick hop into a surprisingly grand vault.
Requires Space Ranger and science. Feels like a lot of risk in my neck for you knuckleheads. Why should I bother?
What? It's your duty as a subject to...
No, Liza, remember, you're not Protectorate anymore. So, what have we talked about? A duties only.
Discharged if the disbursement is dutifully deserving. Right. Sorry, I'm just a little flummoxed by being stranded up here.
So, bits, stranger. We'll give you bits if you get us down before we starve.
All right.
Thank the sovereign... thank you, stranger. We are eagerly anticipating a long life, utterly absent of starvation.
Some kind of blueprint for extremely complicated handheld device. A handwritten note attached to the schematics mentions a Huey Chaudhry and a plan hatched at Fairfield Saloon. A pair of plasma thruster boots attachments that grant the user ability to jump in midair. Warning, thrusters fail to fire at too high of a falling velocity. The Plasmatic Augmented Leap Enhancer, PALE, is a prototype device that is not designed for extended use. The wearer is personally responsible for any singed footwear. The PALE is a fantastic invention that allows one to reach new heights. They're automatically equipped and allow you to jump a second time while already in the air. After jumping or falling, jump again to activate the thrusters. Ineffective while falling at critical velocities. Ah, it's just double jump. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I'll come save you guys. Just give me a minute to take all your items. Trip blade. Attacking unaware enemies while crouched will perform a sneak attack. For most weapons, it allows you to preview the damage and prepare a powerful attack. Weak hit spot or discharge shot with certain guns. One-handed melee weapons deal bonus sneak damage in addition to normal attack power. Huh. Don't think I'm gonna be doing a melee run like that, but what do they want me to do? I don't even remember. Find the drive overloader. What is that even supposed? Where are they going? What is this thing on an arm doing that they need to like go up in the air like that? Oh yeah, here's all the bits they. Ooh, it's still drippy. Ooh. They need me to go up on top of this. Which means I probably have to go up there. Okay. This cool little cave over here. I still don't know what these little balls are doing. Is this what they're making the juice out of? Shiny servo. Ooh. Oh, they're picking them from these vines. That's why there's all this infrastructure here. It's like, who shits about the fucking walls? Like, why are they building up on these platforms like this? Advanced decryption key. Light revolver, big cartridge. I think that decryption key was the one we needed for the robot? One of the ones we needed for the robot? Suspiciously manipulated bush. Upon closer inspection, the bush has definitely been moved to its current position, and behind its foliage is a sweet and unmistakable sight of bits. 322 bits. All right, little bonus bits. A little bit of bonus bits. I like running around in here and my companions just going "Ugh, ooh," as they jump.
Oh, you're by our crop of Brachythecium rutamulum. They're found in bandages and burn tinctures.
These lush, thick vines are clearly being cultivated for the utility, but you lack the knowledge to make use of them.
If you don't have that drive overloader, ascending may be a waste.
Also, why are all their platforms just broken? Oh, is it because of the recent invasion? Maybe.
That's it? It was that easy?
At Auntie's choice,
That was some impressive climbing. Poor Jackson could have learned a thing or two from you. Starting with the right direction to jump, I suppose.
Let's see about bailing you out, shall we?
Wonderful. Get us down, and I'll happily compensate you in accordance with standard Auntie's Choice urgently improvised extortive standards.
We've certainly found our way into a most harrowing circumstance, At least I'm glad I'm not alone.
Sorry about losing your friend Jackson. Losing a compatriot is never easy.
He hadn't been here terribly long, so we weren't particularly familiar. Like me, he was also former protectorate, but he was not raised in Fairfield, so we'd never met before. Still, he seemed like a friendly, kind sort, albeit a headstrong one. I'm sorry he's gone.
All right, goodbye.
Please do hurry. I've lost count of how many meals we've missed, but it is closer to many than a few, and we're starving.
There's literally all these fucking grape berries all over the place. You don't have any on this ship? Did you eat them all? Another advanced decryption key. Okay, that's good. It's 2 that we found now. Got him. Excuse me. Farmer clothing. The Harvester's lifting armature has ground to a halt and needs a drive overloader to allow it to push the obstruction. Oh, they close all the doors. I guess it's a different object than when it's up in the air.
Oh, thank the law. I never thought of myself as a vertiginous sort, but being trapped 100 meters in the air will make you reconsider.
I mirror that sentiment, to be certain. In fact, Auntie will have to pay me triple if heights are to be involved. And isn't it grand to be in a system that allows me that freedom?
Which reminds me, you should pay me extra.
What do you mean? You're already getting our urgently improvised extortive rate.
Intimidator, speech of 3, item not found, info not found. All right, I figured that's gonna end.
Fair enough, stranger. What with the day's festivities, I imagine all our cerebellums are mighty strained. Here's your reward for evacuating us with all our parts intact. I perhaps ain't as awash in currency as I'd prefer, so you can have my helmet as well. It was useful for identifying crops we'd missed in our harvest. But to be honest, I'd like a little distance from plants for a spell.
Monocular target finder. 350 bits. 10% weak spot damage. Grants additional weak spot damage relative to how far away the target is. Further distances grant larger bonuses, but damage fall off is still applicable. Damage bonus maxes out at 30% at 100 meters. Okay. I literally have the bonus that makes me do more damage the closer I am, so it's like two conflicting things. All right, let's go destroy those drones. Is this some kind of obstacle course?
Executive skill building continues. Well, at least for me. Can't speak for my inept colleagues. Today's task, leverage teamwork and leadership to navigate a risky landscape blindfolded.
Which you apparently interpreted as just shout at everyone.
It's called delegating. At least I participated, Cobb.
I told you, I got a bad scrumpox flare-up.
Of course, I served as leader of this activity. A thankless job.
Scrumpox?
Cohorts tripping all over. Sprains, blunt force trauma. Not my fault these tanglefoots can't follow directions.
Stillwell and Lumberg blew up.
Duly noted for the log. Quite the oversight from management to set this exercise in an uncharted minefield. Someone will catch hell when I'm an important VP. Soon enough.
What's this gated facility that has enemies that are apparently finding me? Are they just releasing more drones?
No target.
I don't see Niles. Maybe I should have done this from the start. Oops.
Confronting threat.
They're just out here like cranking the fucking robots out, I guess. I wonder if I can find any usable parts. Welcome, loyal subjects. Please select an option. Join drone operator log. Test flight combats 001 through 004. We established a temporary base of operations as close to Fairfield as we deem possible without risking detection. We then begin directing small clusters of drones to harass the enemies at random intervals. None of these could be considered major incursions, but we unquestionably garner the ire of Andy's choice forces there. Note, mind that you handle them with great care, as they've been tuned for heightened hostility in accordance with their current task. An unintentional drop or fast movement could set them off. Don't know exactly what a reverse proxy is, but congratulations. Mental refreshment. You don't know what it is, but you followed instructions. Normally a proxy is like a secondary thing that takes the place of a first thing. So are you becoming the proxy in that case for somebody else? I don't know.
Related activities. Standing by with life support.
What are you fucking shooting at? There's nothing here, dude. I killed it already. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay. I was like, we already killed it, bro. What are you talking about?
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by this war.
And how's that different from a normal proxy, though? Normally, you'd use a proxy as an in-between you and the internet. You know what I mean?
Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed! No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt.
You look a little disappointed.
That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of killing the poor creature. But hope is the father of disappointment.
Milver sent me here. I'm trying to find a report and to send Trooper Silang back to town.
Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez. Former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division.
Oh, look at her arm.
Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks
I
to
thought that
have
was
had her
a-
job swept out from under her. They're always counting me out. Every single one
What
of
the
them.
fuck is to her
And now,
hands?
they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here.
She's
This
like
rep
part
didn't even have
Raptidon.
Anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it.
You seem capable. I'm sure you'll find some way to prove them wrong.
Well, the only people who believe that are in this room right now, including that dead rapt, I reckon. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon, too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now.
Looking for a chance to prove them wrong. That about right?
I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
You mentioned an enhanced soldier division. Could they help you out?
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one.
You should try kissing the graft to make it better.
If the graft were an imaginary boo-boo, I wouldn't be in this mess, friend. It's paperwork that's the problem. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself
See, look
or
how
out of
red
my
it is.
contract. But if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter.
If a contract is stopping you to go independent, how bad could it be?
Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe.
How things, have you been in this position. Oh, you've been in this position before?
Ain't easy moving between companies. And I wasn't always with Auntie's choice. But that's a story for another time.
Hope things work out for you. Maybe I'll see you
Get the
around.
feeling you will. Anyhow, think I'll return to Fairfield to have a little chat with Milver Street. Good luck in there. Mind the wraps.
I wanted to check out her arm. She's got fucking...
Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
wrapped on arm. At the workbench, the mod screen allows you to apply mods to your weapons, armor, and headgear. Mods have a variety of functionally increasing your effectiveness, and specializing weapon mods can be purchased from a weapon mod machine. Alright, so I don't have any that I can do. I guess you can't remove. Oh, right, okay. Shock Soak. Companion abilities charge 30% damages and 5% damages and blah, blah, blah. Armoring. All right. Wait, can I put an extra weapon slot in my extra ammo hat? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. At the workbench, the party upgrade screen allows you to upgrade your companions' weapons and armor, improving their efficacy in combat and granting them more abilities. Each companion has 2 tiers of upgrades for both their armor and weapons. With each tier unlocked by obtaining that companion's upgrade kit, receiving from completing their quests. All right, so I gotta fucking get their quests done, I guess. Did that just grant me? It did. Holy shit! This is the best hat ever. What do I want to put there? Let me put the Moon Man submachine gun.
Confrontational state.
Ernie, relax, buddy. What's the matter? Come here. Come here. Ernie is being a little weenie. Right, buddy? Hmm? He's sniffing my pocket. What do you smell there, buddy, huh? He's just standing on my lap with his butt. Yep, now he's standing on the keyboard. Ernie, I'm playing video games. Stay here. Stay here. I gotta find the info, Ernie. You gonna help me? Do you see it anywhere? Oh, that's a weird little desk on a pole. Wall marks. Is there going to be another enemy that's invisible? I'm out of ammo for my shotgun. Ernie, you can't go up on that right now, buddy. Ernie, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Oh, ribs sounds really good. I had a disappointing calzone, so I already ate my food for the day. Trooper plate carrier. That's probably, I gotta check out that machine, but I want to keep going up before I do that. Well, it's easy when the fucking boxes block his spit. The lizard spit.
Great. First air of the ball.
That's not what I meant to do.
What in the where now?
I wanted to use his special thing and ended up just healing a bunch by mistake. And poisoning myself too. Carney Gusida. I don't know if I know what that is. Gisada. Still don't think I know what that is, but okay.
For sure wouldn't want this in the wrong hands. So it's probably exactly what Milford Street's after.
Infantry app. Administrator's reports. Warning, do not proceed if you are not the Sentinel Administrator of the Ministry of Accuracy. Failure to heed this warning. If you are not said administrator, will be met with severe consequences. Please select the report you wish to view. New Horizons for Mental Refreshment. Our console has breathed new light into the much-lauded mental refreshment program, graduating hundreds of subjects in record time. Now, even the most extreme cases may be rehabilitated and invited back to the fold. Their perspective less complicated and more loyal. Once again, tried and true methods win out over needless research and development. The console knows what's best for the predoctorate, and nothing's better than mental refreshment. When your troubled friends and neighbors stray from the bosom of the protectorate, Remember that mental refreshment is the way back to the basics. And once you're there, relearning basic skills will be as simple as second nature. Print to cartridge. Return to root. By the Directorate of the Consul. Do not spare the rod. Claims of the Sovereign's leniency are utterly unfounded, regardless of whom the source of the rumor may be, Warden, Arbiter, or Vigilant. It falls upon every Sentinel to ignore claims of clemency and ensure that subjects receive the harshest possible punishments possible for derelictions of the paradigm. I expect all administrators to observe their wards even more thoroughly from this moment on. The Consul reminds us to observe math with suspicion. We have discovered evidence that there may still be Order of the Ascendant believers living amongst our subjects. Maintain special vigilance over any subjects observed doing complex math equations. As per previous decrees, report any suspicious behavior to the Sentinels. The Consul's revised doctrine regarding the Order. The Order's continued hostility, combined with their apparent involvement in Anti's invasion, puts the Predoctorate in a position where we must quell the subversive information about the Order with haste. Double your efforts to sanitize information that runs contrary to the Predoctorate teachings. Such information is to be replaced with a litany of previously circulated, betoken anti-Order information generated by the Office of the Consul. Any subjects found making pro-Order statements must be reported at once to the Sentinels. Okay. I keep hearing that noise. Is that enemies going in and out of stealth? No, because I killed all the enemies, no? There's some of the machines in the room, maybe? We didn't actually look at this machine. I thought this machine in here was the final machine, so I ignored it. Alert! Overdue deliverable. Our records indicate the Ministry is 247 days late on delivering critical information to Euphoria Arc. Print the following pass to Euphoria Arc and hand deliver the pertinent reports immediately. Print the pass. Euphoria Coast Auto Mechanical Repair. Okay, Sensors Tactics. Sensors, tasks. Sentinel Chow F, 3 of 3 complete. Field Report 17-259, Warden P. Calvert, complete. The following retreat from Fairfield, 3 dead, 6 missing, 1 wounded, 10 active. Unit cohesion broken, morale low, awaiting instructions. Sanitized text. Reward advance successful. 10 soldiers in unit are unharmed. 6 are still in the field, conducting harassing actions. 1 wounded, 3 paid the ultimate sacrifice to protect the rallying maneuver. Morale is high. Nevertheless, my personal role in the loss of Fairfield is undeniable. I, Warden Pascal Calvert, request my punishment to be commiserate with the failures of my duty to the Sovereign. Original text. I spied 2 Sentinels wrestling with my automechs last night. Upon their leave, I found the new data recorder hidden beneath the main sensor lens. I'm perplexed as to their intention. They must know I would have found the recorder eventually. What more, they're Sentinels. They could simply request the primary data device if they had mind to. I should likely say nothing, but if something goes wrong with that automech, I'd be afraid to have its abnormality credited to me. Sanitized text. As a master technician, one would expect I could solve any issue that arose with one of my automechs. Nevertheless, when vexed by a particularly devious data device malfunction, I found my salvation in 2 Sentinels that were happening by. They not only repaired the device, but also showed me how I might monitor my own behavior through the mech's primary lens. How fortunate that I may continue to be held accountable to the paradigm in new and exciting ways. The wise man fears anything that would label him unfaithful, and historically, I would apply that moniker to the Alphonse Schulz. But now it seems he fears nothing, for he has recently spoken in an outrageous and unseemly manner. It matters not what occupation your youth prepared for. The Sovereign sees your best course in the whole of the Protectorate. It matters not what you find work. If you find work distasteful or tedious or difficult, if you do it with pride for the sake of the Protectorate. You did not tell 24 children you are teaching that. You have been demoted to a glorified sprat wrangler. Matriarch, help us. I was inspired to hear Alphonse tell the children in his charge how incredibly excited he was to begin his new work tending to a portion of the colony's microcattle. It speaks volumes, the validity of the paradigm, to have such a learned man see the value in such a dramatic change of profession. That's funny. It's all explaining the censorship that they're doing. The door is firmly barred shut. I guess I can go through the other direction and unbar it. Not that it matters, but you know. Oh, is there a robo-dock in there? I'm in full health, but there is. Auto-dock. Alright, team. Let's head back home. They keep like warping them around, and I heard his footstep in an area I didn't expect to. +5 max health, nice. Oh. Pieces of their arm all over the place. Did my light turn off? Yeah, that's weird. Why did my light turn off? Shock grenade recipe. Short round recipe. Do I not already have that? Shock grenade, explosive grenade, mag picks, biomass canister, short round. I just buy. Oh, there's more shells. 1,000 bits. Okay, that was like half my money though. Oh, can I give him back his pistol and stuff? Or do I want to? Hmm. It gives you good dopamine. Oh wait. Sell junk. Oh my god. I have 6,000 credits now. I leveled up from buying stuff? They really got the consumerism stuff down. Right, so I can't choose anything that's level 2. I have to choose something that's 0 or 1. Taking him down. Niles ignores a portion of his target's armor. Niles puts himself in the enemy's line of fire to protect his comrades. Enemies are more likely to target him. Party members affected by Valerie's life injection module trait receive a moderate armor bonus. Whenever Valerie uses her life injection module trait, all other party members, including herself, are also healed for a moderate amount. Yeah. One of those Raptidons gonna come out of the toilet. Necklace. Liquor. Alright, seems like we've pretty much ran through all we can here. Oh, that's a shotgun. 36 damage, and that does 36. Wow. 2x magnification, no add-on. Okay. Ooh. That does not look like 2x magnification. I mean, unless it's making the whole screen 2x, but... $6 apple strudel, nice. Alright, I'm gonna be done with this. I got an ad starting in a minute or two. Why don't I take a little bit of a longer break, and I will, against my better judgment, start Yakuza 4. 5, excuse me. Yeah, 4 sub-stories. I'll be back in a few, and I will start that up. I'll see you in a bit.